It's been a while since I've done any painting, and so my palette has gone really hard because I didn't look after it well and leave it under something. It would have still gone hard, but it wouldn't have been quite as rock solid. So especially with it having gum in, it makes it a bit harder to work up. But I'll do that. I'm going to use this to do the tracing. That's to say the line work. So in this instance, that just means the line down the middle of the leaf. And then I'll turn that over. That'll be the back of the glass. And then on the front, I will do the shading. I'm not worried that this will move while I'm working on the other side because it does have a lot of gum in it. So then I can fire it all in one go. So that's what you're going to see me do today. I have to clean both sides of the glass because I'm painting on both sides of the glass. Ooh, let's just... You can use a bit of paint to clean glass. It's slightly abrasive and it does a really good job. So I want this line to be quite heavy because the paintwork on the lilies is heavy, and actually when you have windows that are really high up, you have to sort of exaggerate everything. There is an effect you get around a line of paint when you have light shining either side of a dark line. paint sort of bleeds across and ends up looking thinner. And the converse is true. So if you have a load of black and then a light line in the middle, that line will look the light bit will appear larger. I'm going to have to really concentrate so I don't paint the wrong side of the glass. I can be quite free with this because it is a natural form after all. Okay, so that is right top. It's going to be so hard to keep all these in order, but I'm going to try my best. I'm not sure I even really need the pattern underneath it. It's probably going to be enough to just refer to the pattern, and that might make my life a bit easier. So that's the right top windows leaves. I've stored them all like this as I've gone along. That's middle top. Now, these markings just tell me which side I want the shade. So, let's start on the back. That's middle. Left top. trying not to mix them up. I'm now waking up my palette with the paint which doesn't have gum arabic, and I'll use this to do the shading on the leaves. And this I'm going to apply to the back of the glass. So in the video where I painted the lilies, I showed you a method for 2 coats of paint, one firing, where both coats of paint go on the same side of the glass. With this method, it's again 2 coats of paint, one firing, but I've painted some on the front of the glass and some on the back. And again, the key to success with this is the right amount of gum arabic. Here I'm using my brush to push the wet shading paint to one half of the glass, so it's sort of paler at one side and darker at the other. Just gives you a little bit of graduation in your shading. And now for speckling it with my painty toothbrush, which is one of my favourite things to do. I really like this technique. So I'm going to work my way through all of these leaves, and I shall just speed up the video because there's going to be a lot of them. So I'm just checking the look of the leaves next to the flowers, and I think they've come out a little dark. So I'm just going to take off some of the paint with my stipplers, which gives me a lovely texture. And then I'm going to write with a nail, right top, RT, because there is no way I'll remember where all the leaves go. And I do like a jigsaw puzzle, but possibly not when I'm trying to get my work done. So, yeah, those are my leaves, which I like. Very nice. So they'll go in the kiln now. So I will carry on doing this to all of the leaves, and then we'll come back tomorrow and see how they look.